and welcome to the return of What on Rob Green's Earth. I am your host, John Jacob Jingleheimer Schmidt. Today, I will be updating you on what I've been doing. I've been working a lot at my day job because, I'm not famous enough to make money off this yet. Been doing kind of the family thing, picked up a new hobby or two, and I've been watching TikToks of the Johnny Depp Amber Heard trial and TikToks of lawyers who are analyzing the Johnny Depp Amber Heard trial. I feel good for those guys. They spent tens and thousands of dollars and years upon years to go to law school to become a lawyer, and now they're getting partially famous as the girls who just shake their ass on TikTok. So good on them. Earn that money. As far as my hobbies go, that I'll update you on. I became a bench coach, I guess that's what it's called, for flat track roller derby. And how good of a coach am I? I'm not even sure 100% what kind of coach I am. That's where we're at with this. But I figured that would be a good opportunity to get a guest on that knows a little bit more about roller derby. And I can pretend to interview her. And in fact, I can just learn all the things I need to know to pull this off. My guest, Kickin Vixens, number 35, Domino KarVee, MK Robinson. Hi.
Hello.
How's it going?
It's going well. Feeling elevated.
Feeling elevated. It's a very good term. If you don't understand that, get your parents to explain it to you. So you're a roller derby player?
I am a roller derby player.
A skater?
A skater.
Tell me, what position do you play?
I play jammer typically, but I think I'm going back to blocker this year. I'm kind of going towards a pivot, which means I can do both of those things.
I'm writing this down, notes. Now I just got to figure out what they all do. What's a jammer do?
So a jammer is the point scorer on the roller derby team. They're all on their own and they have to fight through a wall of 4 blockers on the opposing team. And every blocker whose hips they pass, they get a point for. So the person at the end of the game with the most points is the team that wins.
So the blockers, the ones who try to stop the jammers. And the pivot is?
The pivot is someone who controls the pack. They are also a person who can take the panty, which is a helmet cover, and that changes their position from a blocker into a jammer.
So it's like a promotion, whereas when I ran around with panties on my head, I was called a pervert and arrested.
Some might call it a demotion. It's kind of hard to say. You'd have to ask certain skaters about that one.
So how'd you get into roller derby?
Well, I had a lot of anger I had to get out. Lots of angst, and full contact sport seemed like a good idea at the time.
And you've been playing that now for how long?
I believe it's about 10 years, but we have been going for 11.
10 years, going for 11. That's like a whole career.
Pretty close. It's unfortunate I'm not getting any better.
So did you come from athletics before that, or is it just something you jumped into?
My background is, it's been quite a long time since I've done it, but when I was in high school, I was in wrestling. I guess in middle school and high school, so it'd be a total of 7 years for that. So I guess contact sports were kind of always my thing. Before that, I was in hockey for a little while as well. But yeah, that kind of helped a little bit as far as the skating goes.
And the hitting.
And the hitting, for sure. My favorite part.
People are afraid of you, right?
They should be.
So it was the contact and the outlet of anger that drew you to the sport.
That's correct.
Mm-hmm. What's your...
Hearsay.
What's your favorite accomplishments in the sport so far?
I guess probably the biggest one that we've done as a team is it's been a few years now since, COVID kind of hit and everything went to fuck. But a few years ago, we went to, it's called the Jamboree. It happens once a year. And it's usually in New Brunswick somewhere, and it's a combination of most of the Eastern Canadian skaters. Sometimes we get somebody from Maine, sometimes we get Quebec. It kind of depends on who wins kind of a raffle to get into it, because it's a kind of a big deal. But a few years back, we won 3rd place there, and it was probably the biggest achievement we had as a team.
So Jamboree, that's like the World Series of roller derby.
Only for Eastern Canada, but yes.
Like the WrestleMania of roller derby.
The WrestleMania of roller derby.
Super Bowl of roller derby?
I guess kind of like the Super Bowl, yeah.
we're saying it's awesome, right?
Yeah. For like B teams, it would be great. Yeah.
How does one get into roller derby if they were so inclined to give it a try?
So if you were wanting to give it a try, right now we practice every Wednesday at the Trenton Rink up here in New Glasgow area. We do it from 6 till 8 o'clock, and you could always drop in and we will definitely hook you up with stuff to try on. You do need your own gear. We don't really provide it, so we can hit you up with some links and things of that nature so you can get your own shit and try out skating. We just kind of train as we go. We used to always do a learn to skate program in September, and we might this year. It's kind of hard to say, kind of waiting to see how the season treats us. But you just kind of learn as you go. You come in, we'll instruct you on what to do and hook you up with insurance and gear and get you on the go. Teach you how to hit people.
And then they got to deal with me.
Then they have to deal with Reverend Robbie Smooth.
So, skate. Okay, stop. That's about my coaching skills.
You got a whistle now.
I do have a whistle. I've gotten a whistle. I'm invested in this now.
Yeah. $10 investment.
I got one of the peeless whistles, by the way. I'm elevated too, so that seemed way funnier to me in my head than it was when I was out loud. So, when you jump on this podcast, I usually have games and activities and stuff planned.
I do.
So we were talking about roller derby. One of the fun things about roller derby is you get a cool name, right?
That is.
How'd you come up with your name, by the way?
Well, I don't know if you've seen the movie Domino about Domino KarVee, the bounty hunter. She's kind of a badass. So I went off of that for Domino KarVee, but we kind of carve up the track when we're on there with our skates. So, I found it fitting.
So if, say, some celebrities were to join roller derby and needed help coming up with some derby names because they don't have their writers or producers there with them, and they said, "Hey, MK, will you help me come up with a roller derby name?" Would you do it?
Maybe.
Well, you're gonna have to now.
Oh no.
This game we call Roller Derby Names 4. Are you ready? I'm gonna hit you up with the lucky number 7 of them.
7?
7.
Jesus.
First one, Jennifer Lopez.
Oh God. Oh, she needs something to do with her butt for sure, since we use her butt to block so much. She's definitely a blocker. Oh man, I wish I knew her music a little bit better. Glad you can edit this. Fuck.
You got nothing for J-Lo?
I got nothing for J-Lo. Actually, you know what? One of the moves that we do when we hit are called J-hooks, so maybe she could be J-hook J-Lo.
J-hook J-Lo.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
Second celebrity, Paris Hilton.
Oh, goodness. That's hot.
That's her name? That's
I
hot?
guess, yeah.
Okay. Ellen DeGeneres.
Oh, no, not Ellen. It's hard because there's already so many names. Like, there's a whole database of names online you have to check when you're trying to pick one out.
Yeah, but just hypothetically, whatever you come up with is not going to be there, or Ellen is either going to buy it from the person that has it or bully it away from them. She
Probably bully by the sounds of it.
Yeah.
These are hard. Why would you do this to me?
It's what I do to people.
Do you hate me? What did I do to
Not
you?
even a little bit.
We're in a fucking fight.
Do you know why I have so few people come back to the show? This is why.
You trick us. Oh, fuck. I hate this. I hate this. I'm having a really rough time with this.
Just make up anything for Ellen.
Anything.
Ellen, not so generous.
A pretty lame one.
I'm not going to come out with gold. I'm trying to showcase you here.
Maybe like electric slide her, like H-E-R instead of E-R, because it's a dance move and you're like sliding them off the track.
That's yeah.
We could go with that.
We'll go with that. Oprah Winfrey.
You get a hit, and you get a hit, and you get a hit, and everyone gets a hit.
I've heard that at parties before, but it was involving drugs.
It sounds like more fun.
Are you kidding? I would totally pass up a drug party to see Oprah Winfrey hitting people on roller skates.
I feel like she could have a really good drug party. She's got a lot of money.
Yeah, she probably does.
Pays her hubby an allowance.
Celebrates all those schools she's opening. Has a bunch of people over. And
weed bonfire.
Yeah, big weed bonfire. And then like 8 of them just go off to her giant bathroom to do coke.
Oh my God.
And then she gets pissed off at them for not telling her that they were going.
Not including her.
Taylor Swift.
No. Shake her off.
That's a good one.
God, I hate that woman.
Kim Kardashian.
Oh my God, you give me all the big booty ladies.
I'm trying to give you a really good blocker line.
That is a really good blocker line. Her and J-Lo probably take up the whole track.
Oprah.
And Oprah, yes. Different reason. Kim Kardashian.
Yeah, I could see that actually.
Yeah.
Last one, you ready?
Yeah.
Amber Heard.
Oh no. Oh, the internet's probably already came up with so many good ones for her.
Oh yeah. Amber Turd.
I've heard Amber Turd so many times. Oh God. It needs to have something to do with poop.
It does.
It needs to. It needs to have a poop theme. Or I could go really dark and include hitting Johnny Depp in some way.
Oh, wow.
Johnny Decker.
Johnny Depp. Wow. Yeah, we'll go with that. Guarantee she'd be wearing number 2.
Yes.
Well, that was fun, wasn't it?
Oh, that was a blast. What a treat.
So what do you do outside of roller derby and hitting people?
Yeah, so outside of roller derby, I'm mostly just momming it. 2 boys, boy mom, full-time job. But I also own Domino's Devious Design, which is the person that makes all your shit for your show.
All my stuff.
All of the merch.
Think I can get a hat sometime?
You can get a hat sometime.
Excellent.
For sure. Charge a double. But yeah, we do just about everything as far as apparel goes. We make shirts and sweaters, and we do hats, onesies, signs, just about everything. Mugs. Our mugs are awesome.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah. Make a little bit of everything. Whole catalog of different things online, but I also do custom stuff, so you can make just about anything you want. Mm-hmm. The more offensive and funny, the better.
Ship it out anywhere?
Ship it out just about anywhere, I would say. Yeah.
So how'd you get into that?
Well, been pretty creative my whole life. Lots of painting and stuff like that. Always wanted to do something creative with my job and did not get maternity leave while being off with my little fella this year. So I decided to pick up my socks and start something where I was making a little bit of money at home and didn't have to go off to work. Worked out pretty good so far. Small trickles in here and there, but it works for me.
And all the smiles you put on people's faces with your offensive shit?
Yes. Offensive stuff or like stuff that's nice for their loved ones or hated ones for bosses and stuff like that. That's always good too.
I may have purchased my boss a mug that told him to not be a cocksucker.
Or there was the one you did for your previous employment place.
Yeah. Just basically took their logo and wrote "Go fuck yourself," and then gave it to the office people.
Yeah.
That was great fun.
I'm sure they appreciated it.
Oh, they definitely did. Definitely did. A little reality check every now and then doesn't hurt. Mm-hmm. So what's your favorite art medium?
Favorite art medium?
Mm-hmm.
I love to paint because I love color so much. I usually use acrylic paints, but I like watercolor too. But I feel like I'm probably a better drawer than I am a painter. I just enjoy painting more. Mm-hmm. Probably my favorite medium. Right on the canvas.
Nice.
Yeah.
You did the art at night recently.
Art at night went very, very well. Had a bunch of stuff from Domino's Devious Design, but I had tons of paintings and stuff too. We had crochet goods, all kinds of awesome stuff. Lots of fun too, getting to finally get out and see people after COVID.
Got in the warm spot of the festival.
The warm spot. That was so nice. Everyone was freezing to death. I was hoping I was going to sell some gloves and hats and stuff, but it didn't happen.
Fucking, come on, people. Get with it. You're going to catch your death of cold. Start coughing. People think you have COVID. We're going to go on lockdown again because you were too fucking cheap to buy some of her hats and mitts.
It's all your fucking fault, guys.
Bastards. Also, you neglected to mention you've modeled before as well.
I have, yeah. It was, Always a hair company that was around here that actually isn't a thing anymore, so I guess I won't go shouting them out or nothing like that. But yeah, so we did a lot of stuff where we did modeling for hair for wedding expos and things like that. We also did some Halloween photo shoots that were so much fun, getting to be creepy. Had one where I was this crazy clown, big poofy hair and latex stuff all over my face, and another one where I was like a marionette doll. There's all kinds of fun stuff.
My daughter likes the marionette one with the buttons on the eyes. It reminds her of Coraline.
Coraline-esque for sure.
Very Coraline-esque.
Everyone always thinks that's a Tim Burton movie. I love it.
Yeah, fucking use the Googles, people. Come on.
Use the Googles. IMDb, that shit.
Are you watching the Johnny Depp trial at all?
Bits of it here and there, just clips off Facebook because I don't delve into that stuff too much, but it seems hilarious.
It is.
Sad and hilarious.
Have you seen her cry yet?
Does she actually, though?
No one has. No one's actually seen her cry.
No, that's the thing, right?
No, we'll see her cry when she loses.
Yeah, she has to pay back a bunch of money.
It's like the only real tears she sheds the whole trial is when she doesn't win.
Yeah. She's such a cruel person.
But they kept her in Aquaman too.
That's true. She's really hot, though. Like, she's awful. But she was very hot in the first one.
In Johnny Depp's defense, I have let lesser attractive women fuck up my entire life before.
Exactly, right?
Mistakes were made.
Mistakes have been made.
You're obviously Team Johnny Depp.
Oh, yes.
Are you Team Will Smith or Team Chris Rock?
That's such a tricky thing. I'm Team Chris Rock in the sense that, like, he's a comedian. He should be able to say whatever the fuck he wants to. Mm-hmm. But I'm also Team Will as in, like, he's obviously mentally ill. I hope he gets help. And he's got to drop Jada. She's a fucking maniac.
She looks evil.
She does. She does really look evil.
I'm sure if you left her to babysit your baby, she would eat it.
I wouldn't do that. I'd be scared she used like blood for lotion or some crap like that. Some anti-aging serum. Fuck.
Infant's blood prevents aging.
Yes.
But not alopecia.
Oh my god. I love it.
Can I say that because I get alopecia sometimes?
Yeah, I feel like that's kind of the way it works, right? It's like, yeah, that makes sense.
I mean, it sucks for people that get it way worse than me.
Yeah.
But I still get it, so.
Yeah.
I'm there.
I feel like I had a little bit of it after having my baby anyways. I had hair falling out like crazy. Now it's growing back and I'm all spiky and shit. I think I should get a little bit of sympathy for it.
Yes, definitely sympathy. Well, did you enjoy the segment with the roller derby names?
I thought that was very terrifying to try to do.
Oh, well, then you're in luck.
Oh, God, is this the stupid question?
This might be the point where I'm going to ask you 5 stupid questions.
It's almost like I've watched the show before. Listened, I guess.
I was going to say, where are you watching it? Are you in the window?
I've seen you record before.
You have seen me record before. MK?
Mm-hmm.
In life, we are told there are no stupid questions. Are you ready to tackle 5 of them?
Ish.
Question 1. They keep switching traditionally plastic things to paper, like straws or plates. What traditional paper item should we make out of plastic for revenge?
That's kind of tough. Like, I know they've done, like, the bib things in paper and plastic, so that doesn't work, right? Mm-hmm. Trying to think of paper products other than just freaking paper. Napkins. That would be bad because it would just completely repel anything that you put on it. Make them completely useless. Things are paper that suck. You know what would be good is just like, you know, the paper things they make you sit on when you go to the doctor?
Yeah.
The stuff that's disposable? Mm-hmm. No more disposable paper. We need fucking plastic.
Just, he can wipe it down like they do all the shopping carts.
It's reusable, right?
Yeah, come
good
on,
for the
Doc.
environment. And it doesn't crinkle under your ass.
They make enough money, they can hire someone to fucking wash that.
I would think.
Yeah, come on, doctors, get with it. Question 2. How many ducks on leashes would you need to fly if you could train them?
Well, I mean, it definitely depends on your weight and the size of the ducks.
Mm-hmm.
How many ducks on leashes?
Average sized ducks, average sized person.
So, I'm going to say it's going to be an awful lot. Like, I'm saying probably close to like 80 or so.
80 ducks.
80 ducks.
40 in each, like on the leashes in each hand.
Yeah, well, yeah. I mean, if you're going up, you could probably do the ankles too.
I suppose.
Right?
But how would you land?
I mean, I feel like you're probably not going to land safely anyway, having 80 ducks guide your way.
We're going south for the winter. Question 3. What flavor is the inside of the Kool-Aid Man?
Oh, he's red, so it'd have to be cherry, right?
Could be fruit punch.
It could be fruit punch, but I don't think it is. I think that's a bit of a different shade.
Yeah.
And you are asking a little bit of an artist here, right?
I suppose.
So, and strawberry's usually darker. So that's definitely cherry.
Okay.
Cherry blood.
Question. Ooh.
Oh God, it reminds me of brand new cherry flavor, which if you have not seen that show, don't watch it. Oh my God.
It's good, but the ending's so unsatisfying.
It's just the weirdest show in the world. So weird.
Now you're thinking, okay, maybe I want to watch it, maybe I don't watch it. So I'm going to say 2 words that are going to make you either have to see it or absolutely refuse to see it. Are you ready? Side pussy.
Yes.
She knows what I'm talking about.
I know what you're talking about. Strangest sex scene in a show ever.
No spoilers.
Nope.
But side pussy. Nothing to do with like cheating on your significant other.
Yeah, not side bitches.
Not side bitches. Side pussy. Question 4. Speaking of, you can screw someone. You can nail someone. What will be the next carpentry-related fastener term used to describe fornication?
Well, I'm from Cape Breton, and we used to always say level someone when we were going to hit someone, so we're not going to go with that one.
No.
Let's see, hammer, screw, drill. Drill someone.
Drill works.
Yeah.
All right.
That's when it gets aggressive, right?
Just a little bit of hate fucking.
Yeah, I need a little extra oomph.
Yeah.
Screwing's not doing it.
Start saying things to him just to get him like really fucking going. It's like, but you don't want to say it too bad. Like you don't want him just to get pissed off and leave. You want him to be like kind of pissed off, but also kind of happy. I guess saying something to him like, yeah, your dick's bigger than your brother's.
Oh, God.
The fuck?
It takes the measuring tape out since it's, carpentry themed.
Yeah. But then he'd have to measure his brothers. That's an awkward phone conversation to have. Did you sleep with my wife? Get over here. I got bring a tape measure. Mine's broken. No, the little clip came off and the whole thing went inside and I can't get it out.
That'd be the worst.
Well, I'm not going to go buy a new one now. It's 6:00. The store's going to close shortly. Well, by the time I drive out there and the price, just bring the fucking tape measure.
Yeah, exactly, right? I have such a weird phobia of closing tape measures. It scares me. I always think the thing's going to cut me or like snap at me or something like that. It's such a weird phobia, but I have it.
When we're at work and we're measuring stuff like up and down, someone will go up the ladder, grab the end of the tape and drop the big end down to the guy on the bottom. And then they got to let that go because obviously you can't pull it back up.
Oh, that's scary.
I feel like I should film it and like send it to you just so you can watch it happen.
Oh, I'd like duck and cover like there's like fucking grenades coming at me or something.
Get you a thick pair of gloves next time you use the tape measure.
Yeah.
Like hockey gloves.
Yes. I need goalie mitts and I need like the actual face shield too.
But then you can't actually use your hands to pull the little clip out, so it's just so counterproductive.
Oh, gosh.
Question 5. Justin Bieber has Timbiebs. What would your Timbit treats be called?
Oh, goodness. Domino holes? Domino dots, I guess? Little dots on the dominoes?
Domino dots.
They'd be better flavors than those, though. Some of those are awful.
Yeah.
Just dusty. Crusty, dusty, musty.
Oh my. Domino holes. We're promoting donuts, not an OnlyFans.
Oh my God. I might need to start one if I'm going to pay for gas.
Oh, Jesus. We're not going to go there. This isn't a family show, but I'm still not going there. Oh my. I made a joke on online. I said, OnlyFans, but it's just me posting the videos I would on YouTube without all the ads. And a guy I know, he's a musician. He's really good, actually. William Brophy just commented, like, you mean Patreon? Just ruined my fucking joke.
Accurate though, right?
Very accurate, yeah. He's on the ball, yeah.
I've heard though a lot of people that post stuff on there, they don't make any money off it at all.
On Patreon?
Yeah. Especially like artists. I've heard like subscribers are just real hard to come by if you're an artist.
I suppose you can pirate everything.
Yeah. Like it's a good outlet because a lot of people, I mean, artists are kind of famous for doing nudity. It's kind of a common thing. That's one of the first things you learn if you go to an art class. It's the human body. Mm-hmm. And like you can't post it on Facebook or Instagram or anything without getting taken down. So it makes sense to have Patreon as an outlet. But I think if you're using it to get paid, it's not going to happen.
It's more of like an expression than it is a source of funds.
Yeah, basically. It's like if you were doing OnlyFans and not getting paid, what's it called? Being exhibitionist.
Yeah.
You're like an exhibitionist artist. It'd be the same thing, I guess.
Makes sense, yeah. You remember my episode with the podcast host from the Supernatural True Crime 1Z? Mm-hmm. They do okay on their Patreon.
Do they?
Yeah.
That's good. They do their podcast on there?
They have regular episodes that come out like just every week regardless, but then they have a special Patreon episode that comes out eventually, but if you want to hear it, you got to join.
Oh.
Otherwise, you got to wait.
It's like special content stuff.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, they're really good. Yeah, anyone, if you don't listen to them, go do that. Sorry, I'm promoting somebody else's podcast on your podcast.
No, that's okay. That was one of my favorite ones that you've done so far, so.
Oh, you hear that, Z? You better listen to this and then message and say thank you. If you don't thank me, I'm going to know you don't listen to this. I listen to yours. Because I'm a good friend. Actually, they sent my daughter a bunch of merch. It was pretty neat.
Pretty good of them.
Yeah.
We're working on something for them too, though.
Mm-hmm. No spoilers.
No, just a surprise.
So how do I coach you now? How do I be a good coach?
Yell at us.
Yeah?
Yeah, women love being yelled at.
I have a whistle and a timer, and that's about all I got going for me.
Well, you don't need much more than that, really. Watch lots of videos online, learn all kinds of tricks. Mm-hmm. I knew nothing about roller derby when I started. I got a link on Facebook to go check out this team that had just started up. I had no information really at the time. And I just went on YouTube because I assumed everything was like it was in the 1960s on a bank track with fixed outcomes and basically WWE or AEW or whatever just happening, which I would have been thrilled with also. However,
been rooting for Skinny Minnie back then.
I guess, hey. Mm-hmm.
That's a reference your parents will get. I'm an old soul.
Skinny Minnie Miller. Yeah, she was insane. Such a good athlete. Such a crazy athlete. Yeah.
Or at least a good actress and athlete.
Yeah.
How predetermined was it back then?
I'm not too sure. I don't think they'd ever completely say everything anyway, but I mean, that's, I guess, the big difference between then and now. Like, we don't actually fist fight each other, although it's full contact. But, yeah, never ever know what's going to happen. It's kind of scary.
It's the hardest you've ever hit someone on the track.
Oh, God. Pretty freaking hard. I've knocked down some girls that are 3 times my size.
Injuries happen?
Oh, God. You already know this. I've had some pretty bad injuries.
Yeah.
But, I mean, they're not super duper common. You'll see the odd break, but it's usually once every couple of years. You'll see a broken leg or something like that. Mm-hmm. People break fingers a little bit more often, I guess, because they get them rolled over with the skates, and that sucks really bad. We've had lots of concussions on our team, 1 broken nose, and then there's my injuries, which means I continue to fall on top of my skates or somebody else's skate and usually bruise the living heck out of my vagina.
Ow.
Yeah.
Ow.
It's never fun having a hematoma on your vagina.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
That's a sentence I never thought would be spoken on this show.
Right? Right? I never thought I'd ever have it happen to me either. But you know what? Twice 2 times now.
Well, that's a share.
Right?
I could like cut this clip, put it on Patreon, and charge you to hear it.
Right?
And you'd be like, oh my god. Domino's holes.
Oh my god, yes. Domino's holes. Oh.
Oh, fuck. I don't know where to go after that. Have you read any good books lately?
Oh god. Do I really seem like a brain or a brawn here?
You're pretty smart.
I guess. There's lots of strategy and stuff that goes into this stuff.
And you're creative.
Yeah, I guess.
So you're both brains and brawn.
A little. Wee bit here, a little bit there.
Brains, brawn, and beauty, the entire package.
Oh, you're too much.
No, I shouldn't be flirting with a guest.
I think your girlfriend will let it slide.
Will she?
I think so.
Oh. Well, that's good. Just don't let your boyfriend know that the podcast guy flirts with you. Your coach flirts with you.
All right, so before we go any further, I've got a little game for you since you put me through them and I knew they were coming.
But this is my thing. This is my show. These are my games.
But it's my show now.
But I'm the game master.
I want to play a game.
So you think you're supposed to get some kind of special treatment? just cause?
Because I'm a little princess.
Fuck it, let's have a game. What's the game?
We're going to have a roller derby test. Ickle.
A test. Ickle.
So I wrote these initially prepare you for your first game as a coach with us, but since we took far too long to do this, and it's already in the past now, I figure at least if nothing else, it'll explain more about the game to the listeners because I'm sure I did not explain it super duper well.
Oh yeah, we had a game.
We had a game.
We won a game.
We won a game.
I can say we because I was part of it. It's not like when fucking guys are like hockey fans and they're just sitting at home guzzling beer, eating chips, and then watching their team win. They go, oh yeah, we fucking crushed them last night.
They trained hard.
Yeah. No, we won.
We won so good. It was a fight though.
Props to the Fog City for putting up a fight.
Oh god, for as many new people as they had, they nearly had a big upset there.
That was, 150 to 130. Now it sounds like 20 points is a lot, but that is just 4 laps around the track.
Yeah, that could be one 2-minute round.
Yeah, and just for the record, like when I say 4 laps around the track, how long does it take you to do a lap?
Well, I mean, we have to do 27 and 5, technically, 5 being 5 minutes, to pass like a minimum skills test.
Right.
So whatever that calculates out to.
Okay, so you're doing like 5 a minute. So a minute divided by... Someone else do the math for me. Sure, write in and I'll announce what the math is.
We'll say like 10-15 seconds.
Yeah, like 10 seconds. So that's less than a minute's worth of points. Yeah, let's see your fucking Tampa Bay Lightning do that, bastards.
I've never ever seen a hockey score that high.
So what's the game again? So you've got stuff written down.
I do have stuff written down. It's a little test for you so that, well, prove you're a good coach, I guess.
Or prove I'm not.
You've got this.
The W proves I'm an okay coach.
Well,
right?
that's kind of the thing. And like I wrote these before the game, so like you definitely learned some of these just from playing the game.
All right. How many do we got?
15-ish.
Holy shit! I gave you 5 questions. You're not even just matching me. You're tripling me.
Yeah, but you gave me 2 games.
What's the first one?
Right. Question number 1. What do we call a derby game?
About?
About, you're right. Ding, ding, ding. I need a bell or a buzzer or something.
And just fuck you, whoever's making those jokes. About what? That's cheese.
A boot. We're in Canada.
Do better.
Question number 2.
Yeah.
What is the length of a game and the maximum for a jam?
60 minutes for a game and 2 minutes for a jam.
Correct and correct.
That's 2 questions, right?
Nope. That's question number.
Okay, so we're up to 16. Go ahead.
Number 3.
Number 3.
Ish. How many skaters on track at once?
That would be 10. That's 4 blockers for each team, 1 jammer for each team, and we're assuming that Marla's sitting and there's no penalties.
Hopefully. All right. Number 4. Which way is derby direction?
Derby direction is counterclockwise.
Yes, correct. See, you're killing it. Would you have gotten all these before the game so far?
I think, so far. Don't ask me that in 10 questions time. Go ahead.
It sucks because, I wasn't thinking. I definitely gave some of these away before I started this test. Okay, number 5.
Yes.
What is 27 and 5?
27 and 5. Is that the numbers of your favorite roller derby players?
No.
Oh, shoot. Then I would assume it is the minimum laps per 5 minutes that you'd have to do to be a skater.
Correct. It was anyway. They changed it. But, they changed it from 25 and 5 before and then made it harder for us. So, question number 6. What is the 9-month injury?
The 9-month injury. Well, when 2 people love each other.
I think we know where this is going. Pregnancy is correct. Number 7. What does WFTDA stand for?
WFTDA. WTF. What?
WFTDA. WIFTA.
WFTDA. No idea.
Really?
I feel like I should.
You should know this.
What is it?
Women's Flat Track Roller Derby Association.
Oh. I was thinking in-game. I don't get into the politics.
No abbreviations.
No.
Question number 8.
Question number 8.
This one is one that I actually had to look up because I didn't know it. So you're not getting this one. What is a beaver cleaver?
You see, when 2 people love each other.
In game, what is a beaver cleaver?
Beaver cleaver. You got me.
It's a backwards crotch chop because the crotch is actually a legal hitting zone in roller derby.
Okay.
Right?
Number 9.
I have never done this move. Maybe I need to bring it out though.
Break out the beaver cleaver.
Number 9. What is a booty block?
Is that when you're blocking someone with your bum?
A hit or a block with the ass or hips.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I'll give you it.
I get that one.
You get that one.
If I don't get that one, we're going to see how many laps you have.
Alright, that's a pass. Number 10. What is a can opener?
A can opener. Is that when you go real low and you twist up and you pop them up real high?
You're getting there. You're on the right track.
Kind of like a... It looks like you're giving like an elbow uppercut.
Kind of, sort of.
Kind of, sort of.
So, it's a shoulder strike when side by side to the chest of an opponent, sending them backwards. So they need to be kind of behind you, but kind of beside you, kind of thing.
I don't get that one.
No, you don't get that one. You didn't get it right.
That was close to right.
No.
Sure, you don't use your fucking elbow when you can't open her.
I mean, if I could.
If any refs are listening, which you're probably not, but she doesn't, wink, wink.
You have to pretend like you're starting a lawnmower. So you kind of you pull it. I wish they could see the motion I just did, but.
Next time you start a lawnmower, just make that sound. If for no other reason, just for the laugh.
Number 11. It's not something we do anymore very often, but what is a whip?
Is that when you take your teammate and you grab him by the arm, by the wrist, and you give him the old woo, you throw them ahead of you?
Okay, Ric Flair.
Like your Ric Flair throwing him in the corner, getting ready to hit him with the big old chops?
That is exactly what a whip is. Mm-hmm. Or when two people love each other. Number 12.
Number 12.
Name 3 types of penalties.
Back block. Mm-hmm. High block. Mm-hmm. Low block.
Yeah.
There you go.
Correct. 3 of so many penalty
So many
types.
penalties. Is elbowing a penalty on its own, or is that a high block?
I think they just call it a forearm, but it's, yeah. A little more severe, I guess.
A little more intense.
Hurts a lot more, for
aggressive.
sure. Yeah. I actually got an elbow directly to the nose by a team that I was playing with one time. She was obviously taller than me because everyone is.
Not everyone, just most.
But I had said something to her when she was skating in front of me off of the track, and when I said something, she went to turn around, and when she did, she kind of did like a windmill motion, and she nailed me in the nose with her elbow. Oh. She felt pretty bad. Did knock me down, though. Alright, this is a bit of a tougher one, but I think you might know it because of the game. Number 13, what is the engagement zone?
Engagement zone? Mm-hmm. Is that the acceptable areas to block someone, or no?
Yes, that's a good start. Okay. Where skaters can engage each other, so whether that's like blocking or hitting or whatever. That is 20 feet in front or behind of the pack. And it's jammers, the engagement zone is the entire track. Because they can hit each other whenever if they're racing around the track.
You jammed.
I love jamming.
You can go wild.
I love jamming, but I also hate it because it gets so freaking tiring. 1 against 4 is much different than 4 against 1.
I was hoping you'd get like, you do the pivot where someone who's jamming can pass you, and then you're jamming.
Yes.
And I was ready to see you knock them all down like a bunch of bowling pins, but it never happened.
I know, that was awful. That didn't work so well. Because we do a panty pass is what it's called when we change our helmet covers. And the pass was illegal because the skater was already in a penalty. The jammer was in a penalty, and I didn't know it. So I took it and thought for sure it was jammer for a lap, and plowed through everybody, and then was told I wasn't, and then had no idea what I was doing.
I was just hoping for a pause there when you said panty pass, because I was going to jump in with when 2 people go.
I'm sorry, edit it.
15.
14.
14?
Yeah, you're trying to skip one on me.
Oh, right, one was a 2-parter.
It was not. Number 14, what is rink rash?
Is that when you go down and you get like road rash, except it's from the rink?
Yes, that's exactly what it is. Yeah. There were also fishnet burns, what we used to call them, because everybody wore fishnets, but now pretty much nobody does except me every once in a while.
Thank you.
Well, you're welcome. One of what might be arguably the most important questions, number 15. Who are the zebras?
Oh. That's the group of them there, you know, they come in, they get in for free because they're blind.
Blind?
Is it the referees?
It's the referees. That is it.
The refs were pretty good last game.
Yeah, no, they did really well. For the most part, I think.
For the most part.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of hard when you have so many people you're looking after.
They
and they were short on people.
They were short staffed, so they did okay. They missed a few calls on the other team, but they also missed me fucking around as a coach, so it's good. We're good.
I'm sure they missed some calls on us, too, because we're all just fresh back from COVID and stuff, so I'm sure there was stuff. I probably did stuff that should have been called, and I was
penalized.
I was not penalized. I was trying to say penalty-free, but it wasn't coming out correctly because drugs.
There's another coach on the team. She's the head coach, and I'm just the bench coach, I guess.
He's a bench
or
coach.
Assistant coach.
Yeah, either or.
Whichever one sounds more impressive.
Yeah.
And one of the coaches can wear an A on their hand, and then they're the ones that can call timeouts. I happen to be the loud one of the two of us, though. Hey, time out! So, yeah, I didn't get called on it, so woohoo. So I get away with shit, too.
Yeah, because that could have been a penalty to our captain. Mm-hmm. That's another thing that happens. If a coach frigs up, then we have to suffer for it.
Yep.
So, bonus question.
Bonus question.
If you could rename me, which means give me a different derby name, obviously.
MK Ultra.
That makes sense. The mind control drug. Mm-hmm. And when I was looking up some of these definitions and trying to figure out what to do to make you a little test, I actually found out what a bruise on the crotch from falling on a skate, my injury, what it's called as a nickname in derby.
Can't wait.
A giner shiner.
Ooh.
I thought that was pretty clever when I read it.
That's pretty clever. But
I liked it.
I'm just thinking about the painfulness of it.
Yeah, not a fun time.
I don't have a vagina, so I'm just assuming it happening to my balls and it being miserable.
Well, just think too, like when men play roller derby, that whole area is open for business as far as hitting goes.
Shit.
I wonder what it'd be called if you got like a bruise on like your taint or your dick. Ball bruise. That needs a derby nickname.
Yeah, that does. And that also means I'm just working the bench now.
Just working the bench.
Just working the bench.
Hang up the skates.
Mm-hmm. I get hurt too much anyway. So, we're getting close to what would be like the 40-minute mark-ish.
You trying to get rid of me?
No, I was going to ask you if you wanted to plug your stuff.
Oh, I can plug my stuff.
You can plug your stuff. You can plug the derby stuff, whatever you want. It's a plug segment.
Plugs. All right. So if you want to find the roller derby team, the Kickin Vixens, Highland District Derby, on Facebook, you have to search Highland District Derby Team Kickin Vixens, and you'll find us. And it's not updated a whole lot of the time, but you'll get all the information on there that you need if you want to get in contact with us. You'll see some cool pictures, maybe the odd video or two that might entice you into wanting to join, or ref, or be a non-skating official, which is how you started.
I started as a non-skating official. I was a penalty tracker.
Yeah, tracking all the bad people.
Yeah, that's how we got so well acquainted.
It's true. I spent a lot of time in the box. On Instagram we don't actually have a page, but you can follow the hashtag Kickin Vixens. No G, by the way. KICKINVIXENS. Or hashtag Highland District Derby. You can actually get a hold of us on email as well. If you're looking to get some questions answered, you want some links for gear, if you want to just show up with gear because you know 100% this is the sport for you, you can email highlanddistrictderby@gmail.com. The business for printing and such, all of your needs as far as gifts and clothing goes, www.facebook.com/Domino'sDeviousDesign. On Instagram, it's @Domino'sDeviousDesign. And if you want to email, Domino'sDeviousDesign@outlook.com.
That's where you go if you want to get all your fantastic What on Rob Green's Earth merchandise.
It's true.
I like that the name is on the shirt because a lot of people fuck it up and say What on Rob's Green Earth, but that's not what the show's called. So if it's right there, they can read it.
Yeah, but it's in a mirror, so they probably will read it wrong. If they can't figure that out.
Well, they can just take their shirt off and look at it front on and then put it back on.
Not if they're a girl. Can't flash these around.
Women don't wear my clothes.
I do.
Yes, you do.
I also know the name of your show, though.
Yes, that's true. That's true. Because you have to print it.
That is true, yes.
All right. On that note, would you like to hit the outro music?
I would love that more than anything.
Also, can I take you to dinner sometime?
I guess. It's my turn to pay, though.
Deal.
Hit it.